Welcome back to That Dad Guy. It's June 17th, 2023, and it's a little overcast, but not raining at the moment. And so that's your weather report from Moncton on this weekend day. Now, today is the day that I answer a few of your questions, if there are questions to answer, and also talk about the monthly question. So I'm going to do that first. Let's go into the monthly book. The monthly question is a question that I propose to you on the first Saturday of the month. I give you a whole month to send me in your response on a postcard to the address in my description of the video. And then the next first Saturday of the month, I read the responses. So it's that simple. For June, I said, what is your favorite holiday? The reason why we've posed this question is because the first Saturday in July, when I read the responses from you guys, will be Canada Day here. In Canada, of course, which is our national holiday to celebrate our independence. So if you have a response to that, send me a postcard. It doesn't have to be a postcard relating to the holiday you like. If it's Easter, it can be an Easter postcard if you want. If it's your Independence Day, that could be a postcard with fireworks on it. It could be a postcard with anything on it. It doesn't really matter. What I'm really looking for is your response on the back, why it's your favorite holiday. And it's just that simple. So we've been doing this. This is going to be the 5th month that we've done it. January was the only month that I didn't do it because I didn't have the suggestion posed to me in time to get it up and running. But it's going well. I'm keeping all the responses to all the questions in this binder, separate from anything else I do with post-crossing or direct swaps. So that's what we have. All right. Now, the question that I have today, after you subscribed, liked, and commented, I'll leave your comments till the end of the video, because in this video particularly, if you leave a comment, I'm hoping you're going to leave a question so I can answer it next week. That's how it goes. Every Saturday, I answer the questions from your questions, or answer the questions from the week before. So if you have a question for me you want answered, leave it in the comments of this video. All right, the question I have this week is from Amber in Missouri. She says, what is your favorite Lego set you've put together, and which one was the hardest? So for that, we're going to travel a little bit into a different part of the house so I can show you my answers to those. And because this is the only question I have this week, I don't need to come back to this room again, I guess. I find myself not in the Lego room downstairs, but in the TV room, because what was my favorite set to put together? It was this one, the Death Star. I keep that in the living room where I get to watch it all the time. I really like it. Now, this isn't a official Lego set, I have to tell you that. I have a friend who was in China teaching, and he was able to get me a couple knockoff Lego sets at a much reduced price. Now, this particular set, if I was to buy it new when it came out, was about $500, $600 Canadian. It's a lot more than that now. So I could afford to do that, but I did want to get this. So this was my favorite set to build, even though it's not real Lego. It is exactly like a Lego set. There are very few discrepancies with the difference between this type of brick and Lego brick. So even though I am a Lego enthusiast and I love having real Lego, sometimes the budget just doesn't afford to. So I have got 3 sets in my collection that are all knockoff sets that my friend brought back for me from China. So this is my favorite. What is the hardest one I've put together? That one, the Millennium Falcon. It was just time consuming. It took me a whole week to do it. I did many shifts working on it, multiple hours at a time. And it was hardest because it was mostly hard on my back. So leaning over the table, trying to get the pieces all in, looking at the books. I'm going to show you the size of the books for both of these sets too. And you'll see that they're not Lego because it doesn't say Lego on the top of it. It says, oh, well, I'll show you what it says when I show you the books. But this one was the hardest. I figure you may want to see up close why this set is so cool to me, why I love it the most. It tells a complete story of the Star Wars movie, whether it's the Emperor's Chamber with Luke and Darth Vader. You've got Luke and Leia swinging across where the bridge was. You've got the fighter bay. You've got the Death Star, which is active, and you can see the controlman there working on it. You've got the different guns. You've got the trash compactor scene. There's Chewie and Han down there. You've got the freedom from the cell. And yeah, you've even got Obi-Wan turning off the Death Star there. You can see there's C-3PO and R2-D2 turning off the trash compactor. So this is why this set is my favorite. It tells a story. It was fun to put together. It just had a lot going on for it. And then this one up close, you can see Millennium Falcon. It is huge. It's just a massive set. I'd love to get an AT-AT or an AT-AT, as you may call it. But they're expensive, and I don't have that same resource in China anymore to bring it back. But so very detailed. Here you can see you can switch between that dish and this dish. This is the classic one, and this is the more modern one. I like to keep it classic. Not a lot of minifigures with this one for something as huge as it is. Now you can take these panels off and see rooms and things inside of it. I don't do that, but you can. So, and I like to display them together. Now, I was talking about the instruction booklets. Sorry, so here is a typical instruction booklet. There's Grogu, which is a set over here. So he's this big. Pretty nice set, typical size book. And inside the book shows how many bags that there are going to be that you're going to have to put together. So there were 8 bags to put them all together. Pretty typical. This is the Death Star one. So you can see, not Lego, it's Leppin. It's not Star Wars, it's Star Plan. That's the only thing that's different about this book. But you can see how big it is. There were 10 bags in this one. There's the sticker sheet. Stickers are all used. But instructions exactly the same. Nothing different about it. But it's big. It's a book. 10 bags. All right, now let's look at the Millennium Falcon. It was produced by King, not Lego. It is Star World instead of Star Wars. And look at the size of the book. Inside, there were 12 bags. 12 bags to get it to there. 17 bags in total. It was massive. A huge build, lots of pieces, and very intricate. So it wasn't hard as in it was difficult, any more difficult to put together than others as far as the instructions. The instructions are just as clear. But I found for my back leaning over the table, trying to get it all put together in the amount of hours it took to put together, it was just very time consuming. Now, I can't even imagine what it's like to put together something like the Titanic that's out there now. Massive set, so many pieces. There's just some big sets that are coming out. I'd love to try, but the books must be huge for these $1,000 Lego sets. So thank you, Amber, for that question. What is my favorite and what is the hardest Lego sets that I own? Here behind me, you can see I still have some Lego sets to do. These two on the end of my Christmas ones, where are they over here? These black ones. I can't get my finger right. Right there. Yeah. Those ones are the Christmas ones. So every year at Christmas time, we would put them together as a family. So the last 2 years, they're up there. Actually, the last 3 years, because I didn't buy this year's one. The family hasn't put the Lego sets together, so I've left them in the box for a time when maybe we will, as a family, be able to sit down together. It's getting harder and harder as the kids are getting older to do it. There is a set up here. This one here, the flower bouquet, I said I'd put that together with my daughter, so we will do that this summer, get it put together. There are some other ones up there to do, but these are the Christmas ones I was talking about. So I have these two, and I might still go out and get last year's Christmas set before the new one comes out, just so I have them all. That's the completionist in me, but there are a few different sets there, and you can see some of the others. This is the third Lego set that I talked about that was not original Lego. It came from China. Yeah. A couple just different sets in there. I really enjoy the Grogu one. That was one of my favorites. You can see the kids when they were much younger in the picture there, and some of the other ones that are on the mantle. Well, that's it for today. No more questions. I guess I've got no more answers. So hopefully you guys will think of some new questions for me. Leave them in the comments of this video, and then next week I will answer them. There is only 2 weeks left, so one next week I'll answer your questions, and then the week after that is July 1st. So I'll be reading your answers to the postcards that you've been sending in, but there's still time because it's 2 weeks away. So send me your answer, put it on the postcard. All you got to do, put a little number 5 at the top. That's why I know it's for this question for June. And tell me what your favorite holiday is and why. That's it. Pretty easy. And I've loved the responses that are coming in. So I hope more responses will come in so we can have a really good video. That's it for now. It's not raining, so I am going to try to get to 1, if not 2 of the festivals this weekend and show you that. It's also Father's Day, so hopefully I'll get some chance to spend time with the family. All right? Have a magical week. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends? Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Bye.